John McCain has spent a lot of time talking about trips to Iraq in the last few weeks. But maybe if he spent some time taking trips to the cities and towns that have been hardest hit by this economy, cities in Michigan and Ohio and right here in Minnesota, he'd understand the kind of change that people are looking for.
Maybe, Mr. President, if you visited some more places, maybe if you went to Appalachia where some people still live in sheds.
Maybe if he went to Iowa and met the student who works the night shift after a full day of class and still can't pay the medical bills for her sister who's ill. He'd understand she can't afford 4 more years of a health care plan that only takes care of the healthy and the wealthy.
Maybe if you went to Lackawanna where thousands of unemployed steel workers wonder why we subsidize foreign steel.
Maybe if John McCain went to Pennsylvania and he met the man who lost his job but can't even afford the gas to drive around and look for a new one, he'd understand we can't afford 4 more years of our addiction to oil from dictators.
Maybe, Mr. President, if you stopped in at a shelter in Chicago and spoke to the homeless there.
And maybe if John McCain spent some time in the schools of South Carolina or St. Paul, Minnesota, or where he spoke tonight in New Orleans, Louisiana, he'd understand that we can't afford to leave the money behind for No Child Left Behind.
Maybe, Mr. President, if you asked a woman who had been denied the help she needed to feed her children because you said you needed the money for a tax break for a millionaire or for a missile we couldn't afford to use. Maybe, Mr. President, but I'm afraid not.